Hey guys, hello from Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. Oh, the birds are doing something. How's that for an intro? If you can tell by the title of this video, I am gonna be doing a Q&A today. I have been wanting to do a Q&A for a little bit now and just kind of have a relaxed, just chatty catch-up video. And I thought, what better place to do that than one of my favorite resorts, the Polynesian. So we're gonna have a walk, a stroll, if you will, around the Polynesian, and we're gonna chat about some stuff. I recently asked over on my Instagram, I'll go ahead and link my Instagram below. I am at magicalmegvlog on Instagram, and I have been trying to post more content over there, and Instagram is really fun. I've been getting into making like some reels and like the short form content. So if you wanna give me a follow over there, I'm trying to up my Instagram game at the moment. But I took some questions over there in my Instagram story, so let's just go ahead and we're gonna dive right into it. Okay, so first question, I'm gonna take this one as we're doing a little stroll down here. I'm currently walking, like, the New Island Tower is right over there, and then you can see this over here is like the original Polynesian area. But first question is, do I have any Disneyland or international Disney park trip plans? And the answer is no, not at the moment. However, there's a little however in there. I would really like, I've mentioned this, I would really like to get out to Disneyland, California this year within 2025 because they are doing it's the 70th anniversary out in Disneyland. It looks amazing. I've been to Disneyland 4 times in my life, I think 4 times. The most recent time being 2019 that I was out there, and I am eager to go back. Like I said, as of right now, no set in stone plans, but the idea, it's out there. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so my next question, do I see myself moving outside of Orlando, of the Orlando area? And honestly, no. I mean, just look at this. I love everything about the weather. I'm a summer girl. That is a big thing for me. So I love the weather here. And most importantly, I love this. Like, I love the ability to have the Disney parks so close by, like living in Central Florida. It's a huge blessing and something that I always wanted to make happen for myself. So I never take it for granted. Like, I always have to, sometimes I just stop and try to look around and just be like, wow, like this is what I've always wanted to do. So yeah, Florida, Central Florida in particular, this is home for me. I'm a stayin'. This is where I'm putting my roots down. All right, I've grabbed a nice little Adirondack chair right on the Poly Beach. So this is gonna be my next spot to take some questions. So now this is an epic question. Hint, hint. When are you going to visit Epic Universe? Stay tuned. I am so excited about Epic Universe. I have been excited this entire time, but now I've been seeing some of the clips come out from it, and it just looks so immersive and so well themed. I'm so pumped about Epic Universe. So actually, I have a piece of content already coming in the works. I have an amazing friend who went to one of the previews and did a little takeover vlog for me, so that's going to be coming out. Additionally though, actually this week when I'm filming this, I myself am going to be going to Epic Universe for the first pass holder previews that they are doing, and I am so excited. I was hoping that they were going to do pass holder previews, but I was holding my breath, and yes, they are doing the pass holder previews, so I'm now going to get to go this month in April instead of waiting until May. They still have a bunch of the dates available, so any Universal annual pass holders, jump on that and yeah, take advantage of getting to go during this preview time. Super excited about Epic. Okay, next question. What is the best value resort on Disney property? In my opinion, I'm gonna say Pop Century is the best value resort. If you're familiar with like the Disney, they have the value resorts, moderate, and then deluxe resorts. Like Polynesian here is one of their deluxe properties. In the value category, you have all the all-star resorts, so all-star sports, movies, and music, and then you have Disney's Pop Century. Now, all of them have been like fairly recently updated, so all of them are really good quality-wise in my opinion. However, if I'm gonna pick, I go with Pop Century as being my #1 simply because of the fact of its location. It is located on the Disney Skyliner system. It is one of the Skyliner resorts, so you get to use the Skyliner transportation to get to both Epcot and to Hollywood Studios, which is just incredible. You don't have to do the Disney buses to get to those resorts, whereas the All-Stars don't have that little extra perk. So that in and of itself, I feel like Pop Century is my favorite of the value properties. And also the fact that you're located on the Skyliner. You could take the Skyliner over to Caribbean Beach. You can take the Skyliner over to the Epcot resorts, Boardwalk, Yacht and Beach Club. And if you want to go have dinner at any of those places, it's just really nice that you have that option to utilize the Skyliner and get quickly to those other points of interest that you might have. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Oh, this worked out perfectly. One of my favorite little pavilion areas is available right now here at the Poly. So this is a great spot to come sit. This is also really nice. They have, if you're staying here, they have grills here that you can grill out. If you wanna buy burgers or hot dogs and eat in at the hotel one night, this is a very nice option that they have. And then you have this really nice picnic area or a Q&A, chatty, sit down, catch up spot. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this one next. So this was something that in this video, this catch up life update video, I was planning to talk about anyway, but I actually had some people ask this question, and that is, am I still working for 407 and Beyond Vacation Company? They were the partner that I had here on my channel for a couple years. I began working with them in 2022. And yeah, the answer is no, I am not. I am no longer affiliated with 407 and Beyond. And I want to go ahead and talk more about this because I don't know how many people realize I was actually kind of working for them in two separate capacities. So the first way that I was working, just kind of working affiliated with them was through my Magical Meg YouTube channel here. So I began working with them in 2022 as a partnership deal with my YouTube channel. They were sponsoring my channel for me, giving them a, advertisement spot in the video saying, go ahead and book through them. And so that was kind of how I got first acquainted with the company. And then it was about like a year after, probably like a year into the partnership, I have a background in marketing and in social media management. I actually began working for them in a separate capacity, kind of unrelated to what I was doing just as the YouTube partnership. I think a lot of people saw obviously the YouTube partnership because if you watch my channel, it was in every video. But I had then also taken a job with them behind the scenes, kind of and kind of not, because I became one of their spokespeople and was doing their social media for their actual company page and the company YouTube channel and everything. And it was a really great experience, but I have left that job. I am no longer affiliated at all with 407 and Beyond. I gave in my notice back in December, actually. So it's been a bit since I've actually left the company. And I left the company, honestly, because I really wanted to focus on some of my own passions, namely being my YouTube channel right here. This is something that I love doing so much. I love creating YouTube videos, and it was just the fact that with the schedule that I had doing content for them, it was making it harder to do content over here. So yeah, I wanted to leave to pursue doing my own YouTube channel and getting to continue to grow this, which is a huge passion of mine. So now I have another job. I'm working doing social media consulting work, and I really am enjoying it. It's been a really fun and kind of challenging journey, but something that I love is that now I have a even more flexible schedule. And if you notice, I have increased my uploads here on my channel in the past couple months, and that is in relation to that, ever since I quit that job and have been able to focus more over here. And yeah, with that as well, I did also end the partnership that I had, the sponsorship, just to be able to pursue other endeavors. It's hard to do a lot of one-off partnerships when you have like a long-standing partnership. So yeah, I just wanted to put all that out there and explain that yeah, I'm no longer affiliated with 407 and Beyond Vacation Company. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time with them, and like the friendships and the people that I met working with the company, that's something that I definitely value for sure. And so this kind of brings me into this question that I got a couple times, which is, am I doing YouTube full-time now? And I think kind of like I just explained, I've definitely been able to focus more on YouTube. And if you've seen, like since December to now, like my upload schedule, I've been able to get out a lot more videos a week compared to what I had been. So I think a lot of people thought that I went full-time, but I did not. I still have a 9-to-5 job. I'm doing social media consulting work. So yeah, still have my 9-to-5, but I'm definitely in a much more flexible place now that I feel very fortunate that I can make my schedule, and if I want to go out and film something for my channel during the day, or carve out time, I'm able to do that now. So yeah, if you've noticed the uptick, that's the reason, but I still have my 9 to 5. All right, we'll go ahead and back to strolling now. It is such a nice day out here today. I am loving this. So next question, I actually had a couple people ask about hair products and how I do my curls. So I have gone with a couple different methods over the years, and I finally have found like my tried and true. Well, I should start by saying for many years, even like up till last year, my tried and true was always a curling wand. I had this Conair curling wand that I probably had since high school. And honest to goodness, that thing, it lasts. It still lasts. I just ended up upgrading, but that thing is still kicking. It is probably like almost 10 years old. It's doing great. It is. But I really like the effects of a curling wand. I feel like I can get more the looser wave type look. So that's what I had been using for a while, and I still will use from time to time. However, the thing that I have been using for the past couple months, and I really am loving it, is I'm using a flat iron and doing flat iron curls where you actually twist the flat iron barrel. And I'm gonna go ahead and insert the product right here. It starts with an L. I will pop it up on the screen. I cannot really pronounce it. It's some really fancy sounding name. But this product, this particular flat iron, it's so cool because what it does, literally cool, what the thing does is as it's a regular flat iron, it actually pumps cool air, so it immediately sets your curls and like gives it that blast of cool air. And I really have found that that helps it just firm up and stay. I first got introduced to this product, my Aunt Karen actually had it, and she was down here visiting us back in the fall, and I was using hers every single day. And so she actually got me this for Christmas this year, and I've used it every single day since. I absolutely love the thing, cannot recommend it enough. I'll actually go ahead and put a link down below if you're interested in getting this. It's been amazing, I love it. Oh, and second part to that question, my favorite park outfits, if I have any favorites for the parks. Typically I'm always in a Disney t-shirt. My closet is mostly Disney tees. I actually a couple months ago was like, I should buy like just some regular t-shirts, just, cause I probably need those because I'm mostly all Disney t-shirts. Most of them have all come from the Disney parks over the years that I collect from the outlets when they go on sale. But a product that I have been really loving recently is athletic dresses. I've gotten on the athletic dress train, and once you start, there's really no stopping and no going back. Wearing athletic dresses in the park, it is so comfortable and breathable. I love the material of them. And it just is like nice and easy too. Like I feel like you can just throw together an outfit, you just grab one thing. It'd be really good for packing on vacation if you just have a couple athletic dresses, you're not worried about tops and what shorts or skirts are gonna go with it. You're just like one thing and you're good to go. So I have fallen in love with athletic dresses. I'll go ahead and link some of them down below if you're interested. I highly recommend. In the Florida heat, they work very nice. Next question, the best pizza in Orlando. And I actually have to throw this one out to all of you guys as well. If anyone has any local pizza shop suggestions, my family, we come from Pennsylvania, and that's very close to New York, New Jersey, and like we're kind of spoiled with good pizza. And so it has been a lot of trial and error down here. We do have a couple that are really good that we keep going back to. One of my favorites is Upper Crust in Celebration. I used to work in downtown Celebration, so I was right across the street from Upper Crust, and I would go there pretty often and get a slice. So definitely love Upper Crust. They are very good. Honestly, like for just real good pizza, Via Napoli at Epcot has been like our go-to still if we want to go out for a nice pizza. Also, I will mention AJ's in Winter Garden. We have heard a lot of people tell us that that is incredible, so that is on my list. I need to try AJ's. So yeah, the best pizza hunt I feel like is still it's ongoing. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. This question is an exciting one. Any trips planned soon? And yes, actually, I have a trip planned. We are going back, me and my mom are going up to Pennsylvania. My cousin Katie is graduating from high school, so we are gonna go up and do a whole family trip and get to see her. I do always love these trips going back home to PA. If you didn't know, I'm originally from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania area, and that's still where the majority of our family is at. And there's a lot of fun things to do up there, so it's always fun to go back for a little vacation. And it's funny, now we live here and we like vacation back to where we used to be from. Definitely want to try to plan Hershey Park. That would be amazing. Yeah, we got to talk with the fam and come up with the different activities that we want to do each day. But yeah, next month we'll be back in Pennsylvania. I am planning to vlog that whole trip, so stay tuned. We're gonna have some Pennsylvania adventures. Right down here by the bungalows, this is one of my favorite spots to come. If you come up here on top of this hill, you can see over to Cinderella Castle, and it's just such a nice little relaxing spot up here. I mean, look at this. I think we'll chat up here now on this bench. But yeah, you can actually see over there is Cinderella Castle. All right, so the next question, I had a couple people ask about dating and relationship status, and I am single. I wanted to go ahead and address this in this video because I had introduced someone on the channel a bit ago, and yeah, that relationship did not work out. Yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and address that in this video, and also just say thank you to everyone who is always so supportive of, you know, when I share the personal aspects of my life, and the fact that you are along for the ride of things, you know, outside of just Disney and, you know, things about my life and my family. I truly appreciate it. So yeah, just thank you guys for being with me on this journey. I really appreciate it. That sums it up. I couldn't have said it better myself. Next question, do you ever visit SeaWorld or Busch Gardens? I do, yes. I will link the videos. I have a playlist of SeaWorld down below. I have not yet visited Busch Gardens Tampa. I have, though, been to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and I love Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Is adorable. It's kind of like, he has a lot to say. It's kind of like a bit of like an Epcot, where they have the different countries is what it's themed to. But I've heard the one here in Tampa is kind of like a bit of Animal Kingdom, that it's themed to Africa and like safari, and it looks really cool. So I definitely want to get down there. But I love Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Is such a cute theme park. So yeah, I have some older videos on my channel actually from Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I'll link that playlist. And then I do have a bunch of SeaWorld Orlando content here on the channel. So yeah, I love those parks. They're great. Do you guys see this bird? I'm gonna try to keep going here. Oh my gosh, he's cracking me up. So what is my favorite attraction in Disney World? So I assume this is all of the Disney World parks. Within all the parks, my favorite attraction, and that is a loaded question, and it definitely changes up a lot. It's what mood I am in, but I do have my like tried and trues. I always have to go with Haunted Mansion as like my #1 Disney dark ride. That is a classic over in Magic Kingdom. Also a classic and very special place in my heart is the People Mover. I absolutely love the People Mover. And Living with the Land. You all know Living with the Land is my go-to attraction, and I love it so much. So those are my favorite rides. This was a really good question. Does your interaction on social platforms play a role in subscriber retention on YouTube? So does what I post on like Instagram and TikTok and all those things, does that kind of correlate to my YouTube viewership? And yes, I definitely believe that it does. And honestly, that's something that I'm trying to grow, because for years I kind of didn't do as much over on like Instagram or TikTok, like any of those platforms, because my passion really does lie with YouTube. I like making the longer form vlog content. But yeah, recently I have gotten into doing, as I was mentioning earlier, like the short form reels and stuff like that for Instagram. And it's a lot of fun. I do really enjoy it. And I'm trying to get better at remembering to post still pictures as well, and kind of give some previews of what some of the vlogs are gonna be. And I definitely have noticed that yes, being active on other platforms does, you know, it all helps with growth and makes people realize that you have a channel and can help you grow there. So they definitely do go hand in hand. So if you're trying to grow on YouTube, that would be my advice, is to also be active on other platforms of social media, because it all definitely does correlate together. So with that, I'm gonna give a little shameless plug. If you have not followed, my Instagram is @magicalmegvlog, and my TikTok is the same thing. Yeah, @magicalmegvlog on TikTok. I'm gonna keep walking here. We'll go find another nice little spot to sit. But I love this question right here. Would I ever go across the pond to visit my friend Claire in the UK? 100% yes, I absolutely would. If you guys would have seen my friend Claire, she is a Clary Tale on YouTube. She was just out here visiting in Florida for like 2.5 weeks, and we got to have so many incredible adventures together and just so much fun in the Disney parks. And yes, I was telling her, I'm like, I now need to come to the UK. So that is definitely a dream trip. I would love to get over to the UK, go see Claire. That for sure would be a dream. So next question here, do I have any exciting plans coming up? And my next exciting plan would be Epic Universe. I am so ready for Epic. And actually, when I go for the Passholder preview, I'm staying at a hotel on Universal property, not one of the new Epic Universe ones, but it is a hotel that I have personally never stayed at Universal, and one that I have always wanted to stay at. Probably the one that I've been most excited to stay at. So I'm very excited to check all of that out, and I will definitely do a whole vlog on the hotel experience as well. So that currently is my next plan. So I got a couple questions about why I started YouTube, what made me decide to start my YouTube journey. And I actually started in 2015. So it has been 10 years as of this year, which is wild that I have been uploading for 10 years. But I first began, I was in high school in 2015. I was like junior, senior in high school, somewhere around there. And it began as a fun hobby to document my family's trips to Disney. We all had our annual passes, and we would try to sneak down to Disney as many times as we could. If we could find cheap airfare, a good hotel deal, we would come down as often as we could. And I had gotten really into that kind of time frame was when I think the whole social media and Disney community was kind of just becoming a thing. And I had like kind of first actually started out on Instagram I made like a little Disney Instagram and was just loving taking photos from the parks and kind of being a part of that community. And I met so many cool people that I then actually, some of them I would meet up with in the parks down here on trips. And that was like my first introduction into like this Disney community of all of us that, you know, I just literally met people right now here at the Poly as I'm filming this. And it was so sweet. Like we all just can instantly connect over like, Disney people just get it. Like Disney people just, we all love this similar thing. It's an incredible community. I feel very blessed to be here in this space. So yeah, kind of doing that Disney Instagram was like my first little bit of, I loved like documenting trips. And then I'm like, I want to do something like more documentation. And I had been watching some other Disney vloggers. They were kind of just starting to become a thing. And I was like, well, I want to try to do that. And that was it. It just kind of took off. My love for it took off from there, just coming here on trips. And then really when I moved in 2022 was when I was able to focus more on my channel and getting to be over here more often. And that was when I really started like getting into it more seriously. And it has been just such an incredible journey. And I love it. I love being a part of this community. And it's so cool because like I used YouTube videos like before I made the move down here. It was how I felt like I was still connected with the magic. And you know, you have a bad day, you can put on see Magic Kingdom, you know, see Epcot, and it can just kind of change your mood around. And so I want to try to provide that and provide that type of happy content on here on my channel. So that's always kind of my goal with it. And it's just been the most incredible journey. And I love getting to meet you guys in the parks. If you ever see me, come up and say hi, because I just love getting to chat with everyone, find out where you're from, and just talk Disney. Really, like us Disney people, we can just talk Disney. So yeah, that's kind of been my YouTube journey. And then the second half of one of those questions was any advice to anybody just starting out on YouTube. And it really comes down to consistency. That is the thing that when I first noticed some growth with my channel, it was when I started being more consistent. When I was first uploading, like back in my early YouTube days, it was like so spontaneous that it was, because it was a hobby, you know, so I would go sometimes a month or two without uploading anything. So yeah, I found though that the consistency is what really does help in growing a channel. So that would be my best advice, is just to find what you love, enjoy it, because that's the most important thing, and consistency. So now, as I'm over here closer to the Grand Floridian, you can see it in the distance there. This next question is, I heard there will not be a gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian this year. Will Beach Club, will they step it up? So yeah, I am very sad that we won't have the iconic gingerbread house for Christmas 2025, but the reason why they're not doing it is because they're actually redoing the Grand Floridian lobby. I'll put up the concept art if you haven't seen it. They're gonna be redoing the lobby. It looks really cool. They're gonna have like a bird cage bar right in the downstairs lobby, but because they're gonna be doing construction, unfortunately, they won't have the space to do the Grand Floridian gingerbread house. So this question, do I think Beach Club will step it up? Beach Club, they always do their gingerbread carousel, which I do love that as well. I love the gingerbread carousel. And then Yacht Club, they do the village piece over there. So, and those are both like their special traditions. So I don't think that they're gonna maybe bring the gingerbread house there. I could be wrong, but you know where I would actually really like to see step it up? Right here, this guy, the Polynesian. I remember years and years ago on like an old Samantha Brown Travel Channel special, they had showed that Polynesian used to do a gingerbread village with like a volcano and everything for Christmas, and they have not done anything for Christmas aside from just a tree and some garland. They have not done any specialty thing in years here at the Poly. So I think the fact that they're right next door neighbors, I think it's their turn. They should make like some type of a tiki hut gingerbread house or something to kind of step up for the fact that the Grand's not gonna have one this year. So that's what I would like to see happen, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. If you have any predictions, what they're gonna do with the gingerbread house. This one made me so happy, so it's not a question, but they said, "We miss you, Megan." This came from the greatest job I ever had at Wolfgang Bakery Celebration. When I had first moved here, I worked at Wolfgang Bakery. If you're familiar with it, they have a location in Celebration, which is the best location. If you are ever in Celebration, Florida, here on a Disney vacation, go pay them a visit. Tell them that I sent you. I absolutely love the girls there. They are all like my family, and yeah, I miss that job all the time. It was my favorite job I've ever had, honestly. Like, I was so happy working there, the best people. So yeah, if you're in the Central Florida area too and need good dog groomers, that's where you want to go. You want to go to Wolfgang Bakery Celebration. And they're a full pet store with really cute merchandise and things for your dogs and cats. So yeah, go see my friends over there. I absolutely love them. So hi guys, I miss you. Oh, this question really got me thinking, what new country would I want to see in Epcot? The first thing that my mind went to was Poland. I have a Polish heritage on both my mom and my dad's side, so we have like a lot of just Polish traditions in our family, and I've always wanted to go to Poland, so that popped in my head that could be kind of cool. But also I'm thinking Greece. That would be amazing, because could you just imagine the architecture of the buildings, like the white and blue roof buildings? Oh, it would be stunning. They could do like a whole Hercules thing. Like, I think that would be, because I'm trying to think something different that's different from the other pavilions we have around. So my mind went there, Greece. Do I miss the seasons by living here in Florida and not Pennsylvania? Honestly, no. And actually, we do kind of get enough of seasons here. Like, we go through, you know, fall and spring is like just a beautiful temperate temperature. It's not super, super hot. And that's the way I like it. I don't do cold weather. So yes, I love having a fall and spring like that. We will get like a 2 weeks of winter. Like this past January and even into February, it got cold. It actually got like really, really cold. So we for sure still do have seasons, but they just do not last nearly as long. But I'm happy about that because I am a warm weather person. So yeah, I do not miss the Pennsylvania weather at all. So another reason why, yeah, Florida is just, this is my home now. But yeah, it's a personal preference thing. Like, I know some people that love the snow and are like, oh, I just can't wait for the first snowfall. And I've just never been one of those people. Like, honestly, I am a sunshine and palm tree kind of person. Next question here, I'm starting to wind down. What is my favorite meal on Disney property? And oh my gosh, this is such another loaded question. There's so many factors, and it's one that, like, if you would ask me this a couple months from now, it could change again, because I feel like I go through different phases and just discover different things of like, okay, now this is my favorite. But I do have some tried and trues. Something that pops in my head, are you ready for this? It is Boathouse, the filet mignon sliders. That is something that I could just have again and again. I love it. So yeah, Boathouse filet mignon sliders, that was just something that popped in my head. Also, not really particularly a certain meal, but just a restaurant that I've had many good different entrees at, Steakhouse 71. That is become my family's go-to spot. We love Steakhouse 71, have never had a bad meal there. I love everything on their menu. So that's a really good one. Oh, I really like the salmon over at Olivia's, but that's always, it's not always there. Usually it's just like the catch of the day. Most of the time it's a salmon. I really like that. So yeah, I kind of have a couple different things that I always go between. Hair routine / favorite products. Your hair always looks so pretty. Well, thank you so much. That is so sweet. I don't know about that all the time, but I kind of bounce around with products as well. I try to always stick with natural, paraben-free shampoos, conditioners. That has been a big game changer for me. Also, currently I'm using a tea tree shampoo, and I've also been doing a tea tree oil treatment on my scalp. And I feel like it also is affecting my hair and kind of helping with the humidity and just making it a bit more manageable. So yeah, tea tree oil treatment has helped a lot. And then I'm a big fan of argan oil. I use argan oil as a moisturizer, and then also I like to take a little bit and run it through my hair just to kind of lock in moisture and kind of help define curls. I feel like that works really well. There's also another product that I use from time to time. It's BioSilk. Usually I can find it at TJ Maxx, and it is really good for helping combat the Florida humidity. But even that, I feel like that sometimes wears off. So I'm still always on the hunt for the best products. I'll have to do an updated video about this at some point, because honestly, I'm still on the hunt for getting the perfect routine down. But those are a couple of the things that I found have helped me. Oh, there we go. We got a monorail shot. Well, with that, I have gone through all of the questions, I'm pretty sure. Thank you to everybody who has sent in a question. I've been wanting to do just a nice, casual catch-up video, have some chats, answer some questions, and doing it like this was really fun too. I liked walking around the poly. This is kind of, it's like I'm talking to you guys are my friends. Like, this is what me and my friends literally do. Most of the time we resort hop and we're just walking and chatting. So that's what this felt like. I'm just able to walk and chat with you guys. So thank you for coming along with me. And yes, on a personal note, I just want to say how much I appreciate all of you guys just for being here and supporting, leaving nice comments, messages. I'm very grateful for this community, and I just want you all to know that. But yeah, with that, I think we answered basically all the questions. So thank you for watching. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, probably get a little drink here in the Great Ceremonial House before I head out and just enjoy the Polynesian. But thank you for coming with me. Make today magical, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye guys.